The way hypnosis works is it interacts to the subconscious's form of knowing things, seeing things, understanding things, which is pictures. I don't just mean visuals, but consider this as more three-dimensional versus two-dimensional of the logic brain. So if the logic brain, the conscious brain is that limited smaller tip of the iceberg, then the subconscious is all the else, everything else, because you just can't keep all of it consciously in front of you, and so it just continues to cycle into the subconscious. And you might have things in the depth of your subconscious that you're not aware that are there, you maybe didn't put there. And then, of course, as things be there and sort of, stay or marinate there, then they continue to become more and more distant from the truth, because all of truth is perception, which means that truth is within your control. So you can control this change. And I was sharing about a family member who made this change. I was guiding and supporting them, but they could have done this themselves if they had been aware of that simple equation, which is to fixate and experience and create and associate that awareness or concept of the solution instead of the concept, awareness, reaction, stress of the problem. So their problem was their fear of heights. And as we were traveling through some really, high terrain, they were really getting triggered and they were really feeling a lot of distress. And so knowing that and knowing some of these equations and tools that I can support people with, I asked permissively, hey, can we take a few minutes to sort of change this? And they basically were entertaining me. They were letting me do this thing because they just didn't believe that it would have an effect. They thought this is going to take weeks. This is going to take multiple sessions. This is going to take a long, arduous journey through all of my past and all of those things in my past, which have made me afraid of heights. It was a couple of minutes in the car while we were stopped. She wasn't driving. So we stopped. I had her close her eyes. I had her go into the body where that feeling of stress was. And instead of anamorphosizing the feeling of stress, which is to make that feeling 3D, make the solution state that 3D. What does it look like, feel like, sound like? When in your life have you felt that solution state? And the solution for her wasn't me trying to get her brain to conceive of a self-identity of being, brave or comfortable about heights, because she'd never really had that. So it was really just when and what are you comfortable or safe or calm? What's your happy space? And as she was describing that to me, I was really directing her back to herself. It's not about me knowing your story. It's about you hearing, or more so fixating, focusing on this story, that your solution is there, is real, is to your imagination now. And you are experiencing that now, and you are changing your state now, and you're feeling, calm and safe and comfortable. And then instead of her feeling like she needed to force that comfort state while we're out, hiking and things like that, get yourself to a confident state. Look at you. You found your solution. You found your comfort. You associated it to a color or a smell or a place in your body, whichever way your brain can hold the focus or make those choices. There's no right or wrong, in my opinion. This is not an analysis. This is not a content analysis or psychoanalysis, even like dream analysis. It isn't that. You see a cat in your dream, you decide what that means. And maybe it's not your mind that decides. You have other information processors, right? The gut biome, intuition, and then this heart brain. So I just got her feeling comfortable and then confident. And we sort of, connected and made those super clear and associated. And this was just a couple of minutes. So somewhat longer to explain than it is for somebody to just walk through those things. So imagine how quickly you can do this on your own, and how you can do this for all of those things, to let go of any of the limiting states, beliefs, feelings. And if you've been in one of the workshops, or if you would like to come in one of the free interactive workshops where I'm supporting you in your particular goals as you give them, to me through chat, then you'll see regularly I really focus not so much on what are we releasing, but what are we adding. And so for her, really, it was adding in those good, confident, comfortable states. And then as we continue to hike around, and she thought, wow, I really actually am able to lean over, or I don't feel uncomfortable in any way. Yet she was saying to me, she thought, wow, I didn't really feel in the hypnosis, I could have opened my eyes at any time. I didn't really feel like you were kind of, getting anywhere, because it was really short, really fast. I didn't want her to be in that idea of a therapy chair. Instead, it was, I knew that there was an opportunity. If she was willing, then we could put some better things in there so that she can enjoy her experience. And she enjoyed it. And that thing that had been a struggle for her for many different instances is now just gone. And it's an honor to do that for people. I would love to support you. Or there are other ambassadors through Modern Day Hypnosis that can professionally support and teach you. But of course, it's not so much about knowing all of the particulars of the thousands of hypnosis ideas or concepts or techniques. To me, it's about just seeing that base equation that you can do it, that you can make up basically any way of doing it, and that as you work with the subconscious to associate into that it's being done or it has been done, that becomes your story and your reality. So modern day hypnosis really is waking you up from hypnotic trance. We're dehypnotizing anything that is no longer working so that you can be your actualized best self. And I'm Lauren, and I am an ambassador with Modern Day Hypnosis, and I'm so grateful for you taking the time for me to share these hypnosis stories and to help spell out the process and the tools. So if you have questions that you want to share with me, you can chat them to me, or you can come every other week, or excuse me, it's every week, every Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. You can join for a free workshop virtually. Talk soon. Thanks all. Bye.